Here's a study that points out how important it is for us to be aware of emotional manipulation by do-good companies.
What's a do-good company?
Well, they encourage us to assume that products are healthy.
Because they do some good thing for the community?
Right, exactly.
Like Coke supports the Olympics, sort of like that. I got it now. Okay,
That's
thanks.
It. And since they're known for public service, we're led to trust them. Not.
Right.
So we need to be aware that these health halos often encourage unhealthy food choices and other products that are unknown by the consumer.
We're pretty gullible, is what it boils down to. And advertising people are brilliant. They get it.
Yeah.
They know exactly what they're doing.
That's their job.
Exactly. It's to sell a product, whether it's good or not, because the bottom line is there's a board of directors someplace that says, are we making money or not? If we're making money, everybody's happy. And if we're not, get a new CEO. We got to have a new program here. Do what you have to with the ads. Put in subliminal messages. Show a lot of pretty girls with skin. That'll sell beer, right?
Well, yeah, and it reminds me of false labeling and GMOs and pink washing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but, you know, Big Pharma has all these commercials, and then look at what happened with the American Cancer Society and AstraZeneca.
We think that the American Cancer Society is so wonderful. Let's march for them, right? Because what they're doing is they're trying to help us to cure cancer. And while they're doing that, what else are they doing? They're supporting companies that make things that cause cancer. It's like, what? And when you put two and two together, what do you think is happening? They're being bought by these companies, and they go along with it because they have the money, and they've got something that sounds great, the cure for cancer. What about the prevention of cancer? And what about supporting products that are good products?
Yeah, so this is like what we call in term pink washing.
Exactly.
Because there are a lot of these companies that march for the cause and march for the cure and all that kind of thing. Like a lot of the cosmetic companies like Revlon and Estee Lauder and Avon and even Susan B. Komen, they had a perfume that was called Promise Me, and it had ingredients in it that were really toxic, and it affected fertility. And this was aimed toward teenagers. So what happened was that the Campaign for Safe Cosmetics and the Environmental Working Group got a lot of support and so forth, and ended up exposing it. And so Susan B. Komen doesn't sponsor that perfume anymore, but they did.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like
public pressure does a lot.
And I see ads sometimes too to encourage that they have giveaways for people that have cancer, that have lost their hair and so forth, to make them feel like they look better. And they give away cosmetics to them, but the cosmetics contain things that they contain carcinogens.
Well, it's about money. It's about money.
It's crazy.
Well, that's why they call these do-good acts, and they do give the wrong impression. And that's why these people from the University of Kentucky and Westminster College and Florida State University in November of 2014 did a study to look at this. And what they did is they told people that they had a new granola bar that was made by a company that was doing good things, was promoting the right things so that they've got the right image. And then they asked them to make assumptions about what they thought the healthiness of the bar would be. And of course, for the ones that were doing good, the people thought that the bar had to be good because they were doing good. But it turns out not to be true necessarily.
Well, a lot of the granola bars are loaded with sugar and
trans fats.
Yeah.
Some of them even. So
high in calories.
High in calories as well. So you're going to believe McDonald's when they support the Olympics, and then you're going to go out and buy all their food? Well, most of America does.
And I also saw this beautiful ad the other day about how to balance your diet and the way you balance your diet, and they have vegetables and fruits and protein and everything, and they've got a Coke in there, or a Pepsi or some soft drink.
Well, that
balances it out. So that makes it okay to drink the sugar water.
You don't want to be too healthy, whatever you do, right? So go for the things that taste good and that have been promised to be actually good for you, and they're not. So you can't trust the do-gooders. You can't trust actually almost any ad that you see. So you have to think for yourself. And remember that these companies are out there selling products and trying to convince you to sell products because their job is return on investment for their investors.